So you're shopping for a lithium battery, right? You've seen all the spec sheets, the amp hours, the cycle life, the voltage. But what if I told you that two batteries with the exact same label could be worlds apart on the inside? One could be a total powerhouse, super reliable, and the other? Well, let's just say it could be a ticking time bomb. The real story you see isn't on the sticker. It's what's inside the case.
And that right there is the absolute truth. Today, we're going to blow right past the marketing fluff. We are literally tearing down two different LiFePO4 batteries, a budget one and a premium one, to see what is really going on in there. You're about to find out what some companies really hope you never, ever see.
Most reviews out there, they only really scratch the surface. They focus on the numbers on the box, right? The amp hours, the cycle life, and look, that stuff is useful, but it is only half the story. We're going deeper. We're going to look at the internal welds, the cell spacing, the quality of the battery's brain, all the things that truly determine performance, longevity, and safety.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about why the label just isn't enough. Then we're going to get our hands dirty and actually look inside these things. We'll spend some real time on the battery's brain, the BMS, and then connect all of that to what it means in the real world. And don't worry, we'll wrap it all up with a simple guide to help you choose the right one. Okay, let's get right to the heart of the problem. You can have two lithium iron phosphate batteries sitting right next to each other. Both say 100 amp hours. Both might even use the same kind of cells inside. From the outside, they look identical. But it's how those cells are put together and managed on the inside that makes one a rock-solid investment and the other, well, a huge liability.
And that brings us to the main event. It's teardown time. We are cracking open a super common budget battery and a really well-regarded premium one. We're going to go piece by piece, and you'll see with your own eyes exactly where the corners get cut. Okay, check this out. Look at the connections. On the left, in the budget battery, you see these thin little tabs and kind of sloppy-looking welds. Now look at the right. Thick, beefy bus bars and just beautiful, clean, precise welds. So why does this matter? Well, think of it like a highway for electricity. Those thick connections are like having a 5-lane highway. The thin ones, that's a 1-lane road with a traffic jam. That traffic jam is resistance, and resistance creates heat. More lanes means less heat, better performance, and a much, much safer battery. Next up is how the cells are packed together. On the left, the budget battery just crams them in there with basically no breathing room. But the premium battery on the right, see that? It leaves good space between the cells and uses proper insulation. Now, this isn't just about being neat and tidy. This is all about heat management. That little bit of extra space is absolutely critical for letting heat escape. Without it, one hot cell can easily cook its neighbors, and that can create a really dangerous chain reaction.
All right, before we dig into the electronics, let's just make sure we're on the same page. The BMS. It stands for Battery Management System, and honestly, it's probably the most important part of the whole thing. Just think of it as the battery's brain, its command center, and its bodyguard, all rolled into one. It protects the cells, makes sure they're all playing nice together, and it's the thing that hits the emergency stop button if things start to go wrong.
So, here's the kicker. Not all brains are created equal. The quality and, really, the intelligence of the BMS is one of the single biggest differences between a fantastic battery and one that's just meh, or even dangerous. So let's see how our two batteries stack up. And this right here really tells the story. The budget BMS on the left, it often just monitors cells in groups. It's a cheaper way to do it, but it means it can be totally blind to a small problem in just one cell. But the premium BMS on the right, it's a micromanager. It watches every single cell individually. This lets it perfectly balance the voltage across the whole pack, making sure every cell is doing its fair share of the work. And that one feature makes a massive difference in the battery's lifespan.
Okay, so we've seen flimsy welds, cells packed in too tight, and a BMS that isn't paying close attention. But what does this all actually mean for you when you go to use this battery? Let's connect the dots between these internal flaws and the real-world consequences. This chart really breaks it down. Those sloppy welds we talked about, well, they act like a bottleneck, creating heat and robbing you of power right when you need it. And that budget BMS that's not watching each cell, that's like having a team where one person starts slacking off. Eventually, the whole team fails. In this case, your battery just dies way too early. And finally, that cramped cell spacing, that's just a recipe for turning your battery into a little oven.
And when a lithium battery becomes an oven, we have to talk about a very scary term, thermal runaway. This is the absolute worst-case scenario. It's this terrifying chain reaction where heat just builds on itself uncontrollably. And yes, it can absolutely lead to a fire or even an explosion. Bad build quality, especially that lack of cell spacing we saw, directly increases the risk of this happening. So let's just boil down the risks here. Those thin tabs, they're a weak link, just waiting to fail when you put a heavy load on them. Bad insulation means one cell failing can create a domino effect, taking out the whole pack. And not having individual fuses on the cells, that's like working without a safety net. It all adds up to a battery that doesn't just underperform, it can be downright dangerous when you push it.
All right, I know that was a little heavy, but the whole point here is to arm you with knowledge. Now that you know what could be hiding inside that plastic box, let's talk about how you can use what we've learned to make a much, much smarter buying decision.
Here it is, your 4-step plan. Number 1, look beyond the hype on the spec sheet. Number 2, do a little detective work. Look for brands that are proud to show you what's inside, brands that are transparent about how they build their batteries. 3, make the BMS your number 1 priority. Insist on individual cell monitoring. And 4, this is the big one, do not compromise on safety just to save a few bucks. It's just not worth the risk. So I'll leave you with this one question. After seeing what can be hiding just beneath the surface, the next time you're shopping for a battery, are you still going to make your choice based only on what's printed on the label? Yeah, I think we both know the answer to that one.